O Designs. I'm Stacy O, and if you're new here, please go hit that subscribe button, and if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Today, I am talking about Teacher Appreciation Week, which is next week, and then in a couple of weeks, it will be the end of school for 2023. So I am making these adorable little tote bags for my kids' teachers, and I did it using the DTF Sublimation hack, and the images are from Creative Fabrica, and I'm going to show you how to do it really easy. 1, 2, 3. Let's go to the computer. So my first step to making these bags is I come over to Creative Fabrica, and this is all linked down in the description. And I'm using this bundle of teacher graphics. So I've already downloaded it and I brought them into Photoshop. I have 2 on one page. Since this one's landscape, I was able to fit another one down here. And I did play with the colors just a little bit so that they pop on the pink fabric. So now that I have this all sized, it is 8.5 by 11 at 300 DPI. 8.5 by 11 at 300 DPI. And now we are ready to go print. So these are the 2 products I'm using today. It is the new Yamation 100U thick DTF film and the Yamation medium DTF powder. So this film is a little bit thicker and should not have the problems of running through my printer. I know a lot of people have these issues where it jams. So this is thicker film. So I'm going to put it through my printer through the bottom tray and not use any sort of tape or paper behind it, and it should feed through perfectly. Okay, so I'm going to go to print, and I'm going to show you my settings. I'm using an Epson Workforce 7720. So I click on print settings right here. And I've already created a preset. So I'll go through it really quick. I have my document size at 8.5 by 11. I have it set to premium photo paper glossy. There's a lot of different glossy settings, but basically you want a setting with glossy paper. I have found that if you're using presentation matte like you do for traditional sublimation, it is telling the printer that the paper you're putting in is going to absorb the ink. But because this is film, and just like glossy paper, it doesn't absorb as much as regular paper, you want to tell the printer the ink is going to be laying on top. So don't put so much ink down. And this should help prevent a lot of the streaking and ink splatters that people seem to get with the DTF. And I have it set to high quality, and I'm going to click on print preview just so we can see it. Go up to more options. Make sure your high speed is off and your mirror button is checked. Now in this area, this is the color correction. Click on custom and then click on advanced. I have it set to Adobe RGB 2.2. and I have the brightness at 9 because I do notice that with this DTF hack, colors do press a little darker than what you see on the screen. The contrast is at 7, the saturation is only at 5, and I have density at 0. And click OK. OK, and now you're ready to print. Okay, so we're going to place the paper in, and on the package it tells you which side is the printable side. Bring it over here, and I have my powder already in a cup ready to go, so I don't pour too much. And I'm just going to shake this around to get full coverage on all of the ink. any excess away. And I'm actually going to cure this 2 different ways, just as a test. I'm going to do one with a heat gun and one with my heat press. So, first of all, if you notice, I did have to tape a piece of paper to the back of this and put masking tape at the top. I've actually used this film before and it went through no problem, but my printer, I guess, is being a little persnickety today. So I'm just making a note of that for you. So what I'm also doing is just taking a little paintbrush and sweeping away any excess. Just to make sure that, of course now I got it on the back, just to make sure that no excess powder is going to press. So I have my image here on my heat press, and I'm going to cure it at 284. Hold on. I'm reading it directly from the directions. I'm going to cure it. Where is it? Right here. It says 266 to 284 Fahrenheit for 3 to 4 minutes.
Hold on.
And you'll know it is melted properly when you see that it's become smooth and no longer grainy in appearance. So we're looking for a gel-like look. So it's already at 284. I'm actually going to bring my press down a little bit so it's hovering much closer. Okay, and we're going to leave that for 3 to 4 minutes. Oh, I missed a spot. Wow, so that was kind of great. All right, that one's already ready to go. Okay, so this is the one done with the heat press. As per the directions, at 284 for 4 minutes. And this one was done with the heat gun. And I was able to watch the powder melt. So let's see the difference in the prints. I've also seen people press without curing at all. So I don't know if we're actually going to have that big of a difference. So let's go see. Okay, so I have just this pink 100% cotton tote bag. I'm going to put this first one on. And I'm just going to eyeball where to put it. All right. So I have my image on. I've already pre-pressed my substrate. And I actually decided to lower my temperature just a little bit to 285, and I'm going to be pressing it at, what did I say? 12 seconds at firm pressure. Okay, so these are actually, oh, that looks nice. These are actually a hot or cold peel, but I like doing a cold peel. So let's go do the second one while this one cools off. Okay, so I have my second bag here, and this is the one that I cured with the heat gun. Again, kind of just eyeballing it. Cover with my parchment, and same thing, I'm pressing with firm pressure for 12 seconds. Okay, so we're gonna set this one off to the side. Okay, so now this one is nice and cool. And we can do a peel. And I like to do, instead of ripping it, I like bending it and rolling it. That came out so much better than I thought it was going to. That looks perfect. I'm really happy with it. So I like to also do a quick second press just to really seal it in there, because right now you can kind of feel it. And while it's warm, it's kind of cool. It feels like a screen print, but when it cools off, it feels a little plasticky. So I just give it just a quick 5-6 seconds to seal that in. And this is the final one. And now let's go do it for the second bag. Okay, so this is the one that I cured with the heat gun. Perfect. I was a little bit worried that this yellow was gonna get lost on the pink, but that looks fantastic. And this is actually a great way to get these little grunge marks, because it's so hard to do with vinyl. Okay, so I'm just gonna press this to seal it in, and let's look at them together. So here are the final products, and I'm very happy how they came out. This is the one that I cured with the heat press, and this is the one that I cured with the heat gun. I used Yamation 100U thick transfer film and the medium Yamation powder. And I probably need to do a test between the fine and the medium powder, but these are flawless. These are exactly how they looked on my screen and now on my bags.